What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están, boys? Here, welcome back to another video here on the channel. And if you didn't know already, we're gonna have Barcelona for 2 more weeks, and that is because we have an international break, and with that, the worst time of football has arrived. To try and ease the load on that on you guys, I'm gonna try different style of videos to give you guys a little bit of entertainment. And today we're gonna be opening up with my top 10 players I would like to see at Barcelona. Some of them might not even be linked to Barcelona ever in their footballing career, so just relax and enjoy. See what I have to say about these players because I really do like them. And one more thing before starting off this video, be sure to check out our friends at Golazo Jersey. Links are also going to be in the description down below. They are a very good place to get cheap, reliable, quality footballing kits, so go there and get yours. At number 10, we are going to go with Luka Jovic. And Luka Jovic is probably one of the most promising strikers at the moment in European football, and by that manner, of the world. At just 21 years of old, the Serbian international has already 22 goals this season, 7 in the Europa League and 15 in the Bundesliga. He's just behind, if I'm not wrong, Robert Lewandowski for the top goal scorer in that league. Most importantly, the reason why I like him for Barcelona is the qualities and characteristics he has as a player. His finishing is very strong, his key passes and also his aerial game is impressive. The way that he associates in play is just very unique of a striker and one that could be playing at Barcelona. He has that thing like Luis Suarez when he likes to drift wide and really likes to do layoff, plays the ball off the ground often. He's very good in the counter-attack as well, so he's a player I believe would fit at Barcelona very nicely, and rumors has it that perhaps Barcelona are also interested in him, so I wouldn't be opposed to basically the idea of having him as a Blaugrana. In all honesty, I believe he's the best possibility we have right now of getting a striker of quality to replace Luis Suarez. At number 9, I'm gonna go with a center back, and it's not the one you're thinking. I'm gonna go with Milan Skriniar. Milan Skriniar, remember this name, because I believe that up with the league, they're gonna be wonderful center backs in the future. And for me, Skriniar, the same as the league, they already are. At 24 years old, he has a 91.8% pass accuracy in Serie A. That's outstanding, 91.8. That's better than Gerard Piqué, that's better than Ivan Rakitic, that's better than Sergio Roberto, and most importantly, he has this thing that I really enjoy watching, which is very similar to Gerard Piqué, where he just sometimes grabs the ball and goes really further into the midfield, really likes to have that instinct of going forward, and I like sometimes on a center back because it means he's very aggressive when he has the ball. And I believe that the Inter Milan with Spalletti, he's not being, well, given the tools to excel at what he's really good at. At a club like Barcelona, I just can see this guy really being incredible for years and years to come. At number 8, I'm gonna go with... I love when they say that in the stadium. His name, one of honestly the reasons why he's in this list is the name. Krzysztof Piątek, that's an absolute 10 out of 10 name right there. But this guy is just outstanding. I believe he has more raw quality and talent than someone like Luka Jovic, and you may be like, oh my god, are you kidding me? And start hating the comments. But that's just what I feel. The way when I see him play, the way of his finishes is absolutely outstanding. You know, he has that ability of use any part of his body, well, not the hands of course, to try and score a goal. Aerially, off the ground, just he's so acrobatic. Is that a word? Hopefully. He's really that good, and when I see him, he's just a wonderful striker. But the thing why he will never be a player for Barcelona is the style of, well, number 9 he's much more of a poacher inside the box. He's not that associative striker that we want to see at Barcelona, so for that reason only, he will never be a Barcelona player. But I believe that he will be, in whatever club he goes to, a wonderful player. In number 7, I'm gonna go with a left back, and I'm gonna go with Andrew Robertson. I believe Robertson is probably top 4 right now left backs in the world, with Jordi Alba, well, I guess Marcelo for what he has done, and someone like Lucas Hernandez. Really, Robertson for me is very good. Key passes wise, passing wise, holding on to the ball, dribbling, focusing, concentration, stamina, all the things that he can bring to the table are of a very high quality. And for Barcelona, that could be a very good tool. Someone like Jordi Alba is very difficult to find, but someone that can provide a similar output it's possible. And Robertson, for me, can try and do that. He can fill a void like that, because playing short passes like he does in this Liverpool side, he's just one of the best. And single-handedly, I believe sometimes he has taken out of the game players time and time again. I go back to that Manchester City game I watched at Anfield where they lost 3-0 against Liverpool in the Champions League, and Robertson completely dominated. People like Sané that had to be taken to the other flank because he just couldn't get past him. For me, he's a wonderful player, but he will never go to Barcelona. That's how it is, because he's, well, British. He's gonna stay in the Premier League. That's how it is. And number 6, I'm going to go with a complete beast of a player, and that is Lucas Torreira. Lucas Torreira, the guy from Uruguay, he still has that same aggression, the same passion that Luis Suarez shows, and that's something that you're going to see in the Uruguay national team all the time. Lucas Torreira, for me, is up there with one of the best CDMs already. Just simply the ground he covers is very similar style to like a Kanté, but not as defensive, but a little bit more attacking. And that's the main reason why I could see him at a club like Barcelona. In contrast to many CDMs around the world, he likes to have the ball. I've seen many interviews with him, and he always reinstates that he loves helping out his teammates, but most importantly, he also likes to help going forward. And that's the mentality I believe that a CDM could bring to Barcelona and what we need. Someone like Rakitic won't be here forever, and someone like Lucas Torreira, although won't be as effective going forward, can do a much better job when it comes to covering up space. And I believe he could be a wonderful addition for any team. Just more legs just gives you much more energy, and Barcelona could certainly use that. In number 5, I'm going to go with a player that has recently been linked to Barcelona, but I'm not doing it because of this reason. I'm going with a player which I genuinely have enjoyed watching a long time, since even when he was playing with Unai Emery at PSG, and that is Giovanni Lo Celso. Lo Celso for me is a very unique player. It's very similar to the one I'm going to mention further on in this list. Lo Celso, attacking wise, is outstanding. Defensively as well, very, very good. He was playing CDM for PSG under Unai Emery. That's how he plays. He can play that kind of deep line playmaker like Ever Banega, but he can also further forward and act like as a number 10 like he's doing right now at Real Betis. Lo Celso is a player which I just don't like for Barcelona, but I would completely recommend to any club in the world to sign him. I believe he could be genuinely a world-class player, and one of those players that can just make a whole team function, you know, the main engine that just make every gear turn. At number 4, I'm going to go with the second best striker in the world behind Luis Suarez, because Luis Suarez is just another level, you know? And that striker is Harry Kane. Harry Kane, for me, could play at Barcelona and do it very, very well. People just see him as this tall, bulky guy that goes around the field, you know, walking, just finding his space, trying to have a good chance at a goal. But he really does so much more. Holding on to the ball, he's outstanding. He could do that much better than Luis Suarez. He likes to play long balls. He likes to play off the ground, very similar to like Luka Jovic. He likes to dribble and shoot from a distance. Different attributes that could come in very handy for Barcelona. And all of those other things, you know, the bulky guy, the guy that just a target man, that thing he can also do it very, very well. So he can bring aerial threats to the team. He can bring more aggression, and I really, really like him. But most importantly, the attitude. The attitude that he has is of a serial winner, and honestly, no disrespect to Tottenham Hotspur, but he needs to leave. He needs to leave because I believe that Spurs team won't go as far, won't win a trophy. That's my opinion. And Harry Kane, he's of another just spectrum. He just needs to leave Tottenham Hotspur because who is going to remember him if he didn't win a trophy? The only player I remember who hasn't won a single trophy, and most of you could remember if you are like a little bit older, like my age at least, is Di Natale. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Which other player? Name a player who has never won a trophy and is super, super world class. Actually, that's going to be the question of the day. Leave me in the comment box down below. I want to know what can your mind come up with. In number 3, I'm going to go with a midfielder which I've just been fan of for a very long time. And that is Saúl Ñíguez. Saúl is just very similar to Lo Celso, but he does everything Lo Celso does, but way better, you know, way better. The way he attacks, he likes dribble, he can just pull magic out of nothing. I go back to that goal against Bayern Munich, the dribbles he went through that defense just to spin it, curve it around Neuer was incredible. Saul Niguez for me really is up there, and a very similar case to the one with Harry Kane. He, in my eyes, he needs to leave Atletico Madrid to a bigger club, because even though Atletico Madrid, I believe, are much more competitive than Spurs, honestly, I just see that in that type of style, that type of play, he's not getting enough tools, enough just room for improvement. I believe that he's much of a bigger player and he needs to live somewhere else to where he can excel and really show his true skills. He's doing that at Atletico Madrid, but he has so much more to give. So Saul Niguez at Barcelona, I believe he would do it incredibly. And for all of you who have been waiting for this player, well, here it is. In number 2, I'm going to go with Matthijs de Ligt. De Ligt is the Mbappe of the defense. De Jong is the Mbappe of the midfield. Mbappe is the Mbappe of the forward line. So we get a trend here. These are the players that I believe are gonna dominate every single stage, every single area of the field for the next, decade and a half. I really do believe that. De Jong was already an amazing buy, but De Ligt has to come to Barcelona. He's literally made for playing at this club. At 19 years old, the very same age as I am doing this freaking video, De Ligt already shows so much character, so much leadership, so much passion that could bring clubs an incredible defensive core. And I'm just gonna plug in a little bit and say Barcelona needs to sign him, because I cannot bear watching him going somewhere else, because we know that he also wants to come to Barcelona. And that's just another reason why I like him so much, because he also loves this club as well. So just buy De Ligt. Like, I don't care how much he's going to be. Splash the cash. And at number 1, I'm gonna be very short and sweet. My favorite player of the moment right now is Irving El Chucky Lozano, the Mexican, if you don't know, from PSV. He, for me, encompasses everything that a footballer should be. And I can just see him go to a club, I don't know, like a Napoli or something like that, and be very, very underestimated. People just won't see the impact that he has. So for me, he needs to come like to Barcelona, where people can really put the spotlight on him. And the main reason why I really like this player is of a good trait that he has. An outstanding trait by that manner, and is that he likes to compromise things he wants, like attacking, like scoring goals, to go and help the collective. Defensively, the output that he gives is very, very good. He doesn't care which position he plays in. He always gives the 100%, and that is something that I want to see in a Barcelona player. That's exactly the values that this club is putting into people. He might not have that great DNA that you need, to play that tiki-taka football, but that is something that he can learn. But the traits that he has, those are not simple. Those are of the way you're brought in. Those are by your father, your mother, the people you've grown around with. And that's very, very unique in every plane of the world, People need to be able to help each other just to be better as a collective. And this guy does it perfectly. So hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed this video. This is a little bit of a long one, but I just know that you would be very excited to see what my favorite players of the moments are, and the players I wish could come to Barcelona. Not all of them are going to come here. Hopefully some of them do, but these are just players I enjoy, and I encourage you the very same thing to do in the comment box down below. Leave me your 10 players you enjoy of the moment. 10 players that they don't need to have that Barcelona DNA. They can just be players you enjoy, and do not feel ashamed to put there because someone's going to say, oh, your decision is bad. No, don't care about that, really, because they are the people who don't understand what's going on in this video. These are just players which we like. And since we like Barcelona, of course, we could wish that they were here. So, well, I'm very excited to see what you're going to put in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.